I'm serious, I don't want to stop.
We made it to all my haters.
Interview with Destiny Odisadera Chukwu. Nanka Mwaso. Interview Melinda. Barnabas Yaya. Chai.
The core project was a concept that came up because of the challenges with accessing health facility services due to COVID-19. So we had a drop in uptake of services because people were afraid to go to the health facility.
So SCOPE is a Finland-based organization that's been working in development, particularly their expertise is in human-centered design approach.
It's entirely, a new approach in problem solving within the public health space. And prior to this time, what happens is that you have the program already designed by the funder and given to an implementing partner to execute. But with this human-centered design approach, you need to now carry the activity with the stakeholders within the community, within the healthcare, within the local government, designing programs around what their current situations are, and then feeding back to the funder what truly the picture is and what the solution should be.
Basically, you have the SCOPE team, you have CHAI, and then you have the state government officials, and we worked in 2 states, Niger and Lagos. So I would say the major challenge really was that initially when we started, there was lockdown and there were movement restrictions.
COVID-19 was something unprecedented. None of us have ever experienced anything like this before. So trying to adjust to the new normal, not only in terms of our personal lives, but even in terms of programming, designing, and coming up with strategies and interventions was a major concern, right? We had to depend so much on virtual platforms to be able to run through the HCD process.
We had Zoom calls to just interact, identify the problem statements.
We've had a series of phases, looking at the adoption of quite a number of tools to create a prototype.
Something that we tested, a concept that we're testing in 2 states, has a potential to be rolled out in other states, right? So I think that's encouraging, and that is going beyond the lifetime of this project, which was less than a year. So that means that there's definitely a future, and there's appetite, not just from the states, but even national government to consider how they can use this to address other issues.
This is even where the work starts. Because you've gone through the discover, the define, the create, we've tested. We have this great idea now. We need to think of how we're going to test that idea, how we're going to scale it up.
In the next couple of months, we'll be seeing how the Smart for Mothers project will be using this human-centered approach, leveraging the champions that have already come up from this project to execute the activities. And at the end of it, I expect to see a sustained and a more vibrant program at the end of it all.